Hi, my gardening friends. I'm Lark, and I'm in zone 5, but I think it's been knocked up at least a half a zone. We are warm, like a lot of you others are having warmer seasons now. Global warming. Yeah, we got to start early gardening this year. Welcome to Tea Time Tuesday, where I would like to show you what I'm doing as a senior gardener in a senior community. And we're fortunate enough to have a gardening area. Oh, Lark was down here with the blade on the weed whacker, just to keep the wild stuff from coming in. We'll do this area some other time. This is the path back into the wetland where I harvest mostly stinging nettle. I did make an area of, I found elderberry among dandelions and cleavers and what else do I harvest in there? Wild rose. This year I picked on campus some good areas of wild rose, and this is what I picked. It's a white rose, and I'm going to use it in tea. But today we're going to talk about my herb area that 3 years ago I cardboarded this area, which looked like that part of the wetland, but it's higher, and then it declines as you go to the right, and made this into an herb area. I need new bark. This is 3 years of bark, so it's decomposing. Things are growing well in it. These are transplants of chives. I wanted to get out of the contained garden in the fencing here. I just moved some lemon balm, so it has some more room. I'll show you the mother plant. But this area here, it can go all that way behind into the wild area. I will be laying more bark, but first I want to put cardboard down. And Paul will bring me some bark. I mentioned I had a woodchuck, baby woodchuck. Now, he comes through that gate that we take into the fenced-in area. Comes in there, he's little enough to get through. Then he gets through the chain link fence, but we have chicken wire around here. So he gets caught in between, and I'm trying to get him out of the garden yesterday using a hose and a stick. I opened the gate up. I finally got him out. But I see he's munching here now on my dill. That's just seed from last year, reseeded. Something new. I don't want to pay the price for arnica anymore. So I am going to try to grow it. These are new plants. Arnica montana. I use it for skin care and for pain. Mostly pain. So I am dealing with sciatic trouble. And on my left, it's always my left. And so I've made several oil infusions for pain. Arnica being one, but I bought their oil. Then here, this is 1 year old. This is St. John's wort. This is one plant, 1 year old. This is its second year. And every day I pick these little flowers. And the research I've done, St. John's wort needs to be tinctured or oil infusion with fresh flowers. So I am using it for pain rub, pain oil, I will make a tincture of it. What I can remember from it is it's used for depression and anxiety, mild depression and anxiety. So I was using some pain salve I got, and one of their ingredients was St. John's wort. So I'm going to give it a try. It was beautiful this morning. I picked it already. I pick it daily. Oregano, Greek oregano. And this, I think, is getting ready to flower. So I'll be picking it. Lemon balm. That looks like it's going to be pickable pretty soon, too. My horseradish, which I harvest about in November. I dig the root. Now, I pull out a lot of suckers. Horseshoe does sucker. Horseshoe. Horseradish does sucker a lot. This will be the one that I harvest this year. We like it added to our mayo, and Dave makes up a spread, makes it spicy. But I use it mostly for fire cider. The slugs do eat it, but I mean, they aren't going to hurt it. All these are really aggressive herbs. Spearmint. Yep, see the sucker coming up here. This is horseradish too. So when it comes towards the fence, then I take it out. Spearmint. A lot of spearmint. But I'm hoping it doesn't get that black spot all over it this year. This is what it gets for me. I don't know what causes it. I'm hoping for a good harvest. I do take off of this too, so it doesn't go crazy this way. Yarrow, native, white, and I dry both the flower and the leaf. I use it mostly for bleeding, stop bleeding, but I did make a tincture of it, and I use it when I have a rash or a cut. I use that and licorice root tincture I made for healing. Peppermint. You can see the difference. This has the red stem. Oh, so fragrant. And this has a green stem. Spearmint. A daylily that I've had since the beginning. It was over here, and every year the deer eat it. So this year I stuck twigs in it to keep the deer from putting their nose down in the fenced-in daylily. It does have some blooms. We'll see if they get their nose in there to eat the blooms. We store this is everybody's tomato cages if they need them. My chicken wire, I lay over my seedlings so the birds don't pick them out when I plant seeds in the garden. Here I let my dandelions grow, and sorrel, and some violets. And then I just harvest them. Mostly for my tea in the morning. There's a dandelion, dandelion root, dandelion leaf, ashwagandha. What else is in there? Spearmint. My lavender. Oh, it's doing good. I'm so happy. So happy. So you can see where I'm trying to tame the wild area so it doesn't invade on the invasive herbs. One day, when I'm not able to do this, they will duke it out. So let's go right back here. We got ticks this year. I usually rub myself with some oil and lavender and rosemary, but I made a spot back here to grow some more comfrey using cardboard around it till the invasive grasses die. So why did I do this? Because this is the cleanest area for the comfrey. It doesn't get runoff from the building. The other place I have my comfrey is nice and moist all the time. Gets some sun, a lot of sun, but it gets the runoff from the building, and I'm not real pleased with that. Mullein. It's the only plant I see coming, and I did spread some seed. Do any of you use the wild grape? I'm going to read a little bit more on that. Trying to eat locally, right here, free. Wild edibles. Thyme. I have two kinds here. What's this one say? This is not, this is what this one is. Okay? A little bigger leaf. This one here I harvested today, pretty pinkish purple flower. This is the thyme I'm used to, tiny, tiny leaves. I'm drying it. I'll show you my drying area in another quick video. Greek oregano. This is plantain coming. I did harvest it on campus in a clean area and dried it. Plantain for an oil skin. So the last year I took some of the St. John's wort that reseeded, or there were seeds, and I spread it in here. So I'm watching to see if seeds are coming up. That is not St. John's wort. Let's see if I can see any. I think this is St. John's wort right here, okay? Right here. So I can't weed out until I'm positive what this is. But I'm not going to need too much more. So I have to contain it. Let's see if there's anything more I have to tell you. Except, thank you for visiting. This is not a channel where I can teach you too much. But I'm just sharing and hoping that I inspire someone to garden, even if it's on a small basis. They talk about a lot about channels that are homesteading and want to be preppers. Well, this is my version of senior prepping. This soil in here, why do I have this shovel in here? Is I save all my kitchen scraps and greens and I dig it in. From St. John's wort that way has been dug in for a couple years of garbage in there, greens. So now I'm going from St. John's wort this way, okay, this way, and I'm digging in the garbage this year in this area. Sometimes some critters get it and sometimes they don't. I just recover it. They dig it up and then they go, ooh, no, we're looking for something better than mushed up lettuce or coffee grounds. Lots of tea. You know, I spend a lot of money on dried herbs I get from Mountain Rose Herbs, which can be quite pricey. I have spent yearly more than several $100s on herbs, dried herbs. But it's for my health. But I don't reuse the herbs a second time after I make tea. Why? Because I have so many different tea blends. I'm full. I drink about 5 cups of herbal tea a day, at least. And I don't want to go for round 2 with the already used herbs, wet herbs. So now I feel better when I can bury my garbage. I do have a garbage can that's back in that area there. I hid it. Yeah, it's right back in there. And I have a path to it. And for like worm farming. It's in the shade, so whatever worms crawl up the bottom, because there's holes in the garbage can, I put some of my kitchen scraps in there. Last year, I had a whole garbage can, about a 10-gallon, more, 15-gallon garbage can, full of my winter green scraps. And it really amounted to nothing but a bunch of mush. Wasn't enough for the worms to take care of it all at one time. So I'm going back to like worm farming, where you add 4 times the amount of brown, which is newspaper for me, or cardboard, to 1 part greens. So I'm playing with that back in there. So gardening friends and family, some of my family that doesn't see me a lot does watch my channel. So this is it. This is what I'm doing. Okay. Take care, my friends. I'm so happy that you come and visit me. Bye-bye.